So we can already tell this is going to end bad. Look, the back wheel is already pretty much off the road. So it's going down, right? But this guy just doesn't seem to get it. This guy just wants to go with it. And I wonder why. Like what goes through a guy's head like this? Like he just thinks that he's in too deep and he's like, "All right, um it's either I go down or I go down, right?" It's not like either I go down or I don't go down. It's literally either I go down or I go down. But the best option would be like, or I don't do any of that and I just stop and just wait for reinforcements or back up and, just wait for help, like a tow truck or something to get me out of this. But it doesn't have to go forward. But people always go forward. I just don't understand how people get in these situations. Like, why don't they have a spotter? And, I guess they're driving alone. Like, do they just not, like, dude, nobody seems to care about anything, man. Maybe I care too much. I just care about everything, dude. I double check everything. I fucking check my emails twice, dude. Text messages, sometimes, I guess I'm looser with text messages and stuff. It depends who I'm sending it to, but I'm pretty loose with that. But I check everything, dude. Even when I was in school, I used to fucking, finish the test, and then there would always be like 10 minutes after to check it, dude. But no, some people would just finish the test, boom, they're fucking flying out the door, dude. Jump on their skateboard and fucking fly away into fucking Never Never Land, dude. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, does nobody want to double check anything, dude? People just don't double check anything, man. Like, even at work, sometimes you go into stores, you order things, different things. Um, I just ordered some fucking clothes off, I don't know, whatever it was, Macy's the other day. I got the wrong color, like, but the guy put the right label on it. It was like, oh, this is red shirt, but it was like a fucking, it was like a black shirt. Like the guy didn't even look. Like he's got eyes. Like why don't people use their eyes? People don't use anything. I don't get it, dude. Like how do people even get this far? You know? This guy got this far. This guy got this far to be trusted with this load in this truck, and this is the kind of decisions he's making. So I just don't get it, dude. Just are there people so inept that they were worse than this guy? This is the best of the best. This is the guy they're like, no man, this is the guy we need running the ship, dude. This guy, he can't do no wrong, dude. And then he does this. And then everybody like double checks with this. Yeah, well, you hired him, dude. What did his resume say? Well, it didn't say any of this. Well, of course not. Of course not, man. But couldn't you just tell? People are so bad at reading people too. Dude, I know right away if like somebody's a double checker or not, dude. I can look them in the eye, dude. You ask him a couple questions and you could tell, nah, this guy flies by the seat of his pants, dude. This guy doesn't double check shit, dude. This guy just throws everything in there, dude. Doesn't check receipts, doesn't check anything, dude. This guy is fucking fast and loose, what we call him, you know?